Breaking news for travel and cruise industry news, the Carnival Fantasy sold. And as always, folks, we appreciate a thumbs up for these videos. Hey, Chillie here with Chillies Cruises with some breaking news for travel and cruise industry news. This breaking just earlier today. Sources familiar with the situation with Carnival Cruise Line and their plans to get rid of 13 cruise ships now was the latest. It was learned today by our friends over at Cruise Radio that the Carnival Fantasy has been sold. She will soon be heading to her final resting place in Izmir, Turkey. Recently, she's in Curacao and offloading some heavy equipment, and now has filed a voyage plan for Turkey, home of one of the largest vessel scrapyards. So it appears that the Carnival Fantasy is sold and will be, in fact, scrapped. Carnival, as you know, is planning on getting rid of a total now of 13 ships. And as of now, we did not know that the Fantasy was one of them, although it was part of the wild speculation that it was. The Fantasy, of course, is the signature ship in the Fantasy class. It was launched in 1990. And earlier this year, it was announced that the Fantasy would be leaving the Gulf Coast port of Mobile, Alabama, to be replaced by the Carnival Fascination. That change was not supposed to happen until January of 2022. Last September, the Fantasy was involved in an incident while transiting the Panama Canal, where the ship made contact with the walls, causing some exterior damage. Before the pandemic started, Carnival Corporation was trying to phase out its older ships while it was possible to extend the life of a ship and newer ships as newer ships are built. The life expectancy, which can be up to 40 years, Carnival Corporation, like any other corporation, always has its eye on the bottom line. This will be the third ship that we know is sold of the plan now to sell 13. Of course, about a month ago now, Costa Cruises announced the sale of the Costa Victoria. And then P&O announced about 10 days ago that the Oceania had been sold. Again, we don't know what's going to happen in Mobile. The Fantasy was scheduled through April of 2022 out of Mobile, doing its normal 4 and 5 day cruises to Mexico. The Fascination is currently in San Juan, Puerto Rico, scheduled there until January of 22. So, and then it was going to Mobile to take the place of the Fantasy. So it's up in the air what's going to happen from when they actually start cruising again. It currently is expected to be in October, and we don't know that definitely. But let's say they start in October. That's, of course, October this year is 2020. So we've got a little over a year of what's going to happen with the schedule in Mobile. And I don't have an answer to that one yet, folks. Carnival has not said. But if, in fact, the information that Cruise Radio picked up today, that the ship is, in fact, on its way to its final resting place in Turkey, that tells us that it's not going to be sailing anymore out of Mobile. So something's got to give somewhere. Either they got to pull Fascination from San Juan, replace that with another ship to take over the schedule from Mobile, or redeploy another ship to Mobile to cover, because there's a couple popular cruises out of Mobile that they stay close to full all the time, even though the Fantasy is a smaller ship. Like I said, it was built in 1990, but it carries 2,600 passengers or so. So it's not one of the big behemoth ships. But that's what's up. This is the third piece of the Carnival puzzle. I'll keep you advised as we know more as this carries on. And of course, as always, we'll be back with you tomorrow morning with travel and cruise industry news at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. For now, this is Chillie with Chillies Cruises. See you in the morning. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillies Cruises.